Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Alt Kings podcast. I'm your host, Tate, with my co-host, Corbin, and today we have the one and only Dazzle Ducks on with their CEO, Chaffee, and their advisor, Deep Dog. How's it going, guys?
Think good.
Pretty good. Thanks for having us.
It is nice to have you both.
Mm-hmm.
And I just have to say, the Dazzle Ducks, they are some phenomenal art pieces. You have a wide variety of just unique ducks out in the space roaming around on Hedera. And I love to see that everything you guys are doing is just been working out for you all. And we're very thankful to have you here today.
Yep. Appreciate you having us join you.
Of course. So let's dive right into it. What inspired the whole entire concept behind the Dazzle Ducks?
Okay, so let's start off with an introduction. So we're a group of 4 digital design graduates, and I entered the crypto space in early 2019 while investing in various tokens. And then Deep Dog introduced me to HBAR. So I dived into HBAR, and then later he introduced me to the NFTs, and I was hooked. So we had an idea to make an NFT project, and we excel in 3D. So our artist is a very talented 3D artist that have worked with various movie companies such as Hulu, Disney, and Netflix. And he finished his course at Nomon School of Visual Effects, Games, and Animation. I'm not sure you guys know of that, but yeah.
No, we do not. That is
Sounds
new
fancy.
information.
Yep.
Yeah, he's
So,
our artist
yep.
is basically Chaffee's friend. They knew each other in university, so we knew we had a good angle there, right? So he's also a part of our project, and he's like the guy creating all these epic ducks that you see.
Yeah, and that is a nice right-hand man to have, creating the beautiful art that you provide.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm assuming that's how he got into 3D art, was from that whole visual effects side of things.
Yeah, he's been doing
for
it
sure.
way before NFTs and all that.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you guys know what program he actually uses to create them? Because they're ridiculously detailed.
It's a Maya.
Oh,
It's similar
nice.
to Blender, but it's
Mhm.
more advanced.
That's
Nice.
crazy. Oh, it looks so good.
So you want to dive in and tell us a little bit about all of your different collections? Because obviously on the screen that we see here today, there's a wide variety of different collections that we have.
Yeah, so this is going to be quite long, yeah. So to start off with, let's start with our VIPs. So this was our first collection that we introduced. All right, it's taking a bit of a while to load, but yeah. So these, there's 200 of these golden bad boys. These were all given away free. We still have a little left in our account, actually, because there's no mint, there's nothing. We just gave them out to various creators and then different communities to give away to their communities. That's how we kind of grew to start with. Yeah, so there's 200 of these, and these give a 250 quack daily. So quack is our native token. It's used in our ecosystem. And 250 quack right now is around 4 HBAR a day, just to put that in perspective. Obviously, it changes, but
Wow.
yeah, 4 HBAR a day, So second, we have our flocks. So this was our second collection and the first collection, and the only collection till now that we've minted and sold. So there's 777 of these. These give 100 quack a day.
So basically each Dazzle Duck has its own attributes towards the benefit that you'll receive on Quack.
Exactly. So for our VIPs, they give the most at 250. Our flocks give 100. And then our third collection, which is our bionics, gives
those really caught my eye.
Yeah. So these actually, just to dive in them a little bit more, these we started from the eggs. I'm not sure if you've seen the eggs. So these are eggs that we introduced, actually.
Wow.
So what we did was, once we gave out some VIPs and we minted our flocks, the second collection, we airdropped these eggs to some VIPs and some of the flock holders. And they could stake these eggs on HBAR space. I'm not sure if you've heard of HBAR space.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. So they're pretty cool, and I'm kind of close to MROC, and so he let us use his platform to stake eggs. So essentially, those who had eggs had to stake their eggs along with either another duck, another flock, or VIP, and they had to pay a fee of 200 HBAR, and in 2 weeks they would get a bionic egg, and then they could stake that bionic egg for another 2 weeks to get one of these ducks.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was actually a really fun thing that we went through, you know?
So that was like a 1 month process, yeah?
Yeah, it was about a 1.5 month process, yeah.
How many people staked their Dazzle Ducks? And
So
the
this is
eggs?
a collection of 250, and around 230 were claimed.
Oh, wow.
Around 230. So yeah, it's pretty good conversion rate, actually.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah. So those three are our, I'd say, like our collections that we started with, and they all tie into our current collection that we're developing, which is Legendary Quacks, which, as you can see, these are all one-of-one ducks created from our artists. Yeah.
Those are intense.
These are like super high quality. Yeah. So we're planning to make 80. Right now, we've only made 13. So there's still a lot to go. And just to dive into these a little bit more, currently they give 700 quack a day, which is around 11 HBAR. Yeah.
Jeez.
Although it seems like a very small amount of HBAR now, who knows what it'll be 3 years from now?
Who knows, right? And it's you're getting something for holding cool ducks. So and besides that, just to give info on how you get these, you actually have to trade in a combination of 1 VIP, 3 flocks, and 1 bionic to get a legendary.
And that's completely free.
And it costs like 100K quack as well, which is our native token. Yeah. So that's just an idea of what our aim is. So we're trying to make these 3 collections needed and deflationary, so you can burn them and get yourself a cool 1-out-of-1 duck. You know.
How much is 100K quack by chance?
Check for you right now.
So while you're checking, the whole entire concept behind the eggs is really just to stake and then to hatch to receive a new duck.
So we did that in the past. It's pretty much done now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will you ever bring it back?
Maybe in the future, but probably not. No, it was just like a one-time thing to introduce our bionic eggs in another way, you know, instead of minting or giving them out for free. Yeah. It's really around 1,500 HBAR. 100K quack. Yeah, currently.
That comes out to be that's a little over 100.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's what we're working on now. You know, we're just expanding our legendaries, and we have some collab legendaries coming out as well. So that'll be cool. Yeah.
Got a little bit of alpha on that, or
yeah. Give me a second.
Okay.
This is one that we're doing with Beamies.
Nice.
Oh, those ones looked intimidating. I was kind of like, what the heck? Not those specifically, but I saw the other ones you posted on Twitter. Those ones looked really like...
So these are 2 out of 4. I'll just show you 2 out of 4, yeah. So this is the Galaxy one, and this is the Ice Cream one. So this is some alpha. I'm going to have an auction this Friday.
Nice.
Yeah, we haven't said that yet, but yeah.
What about those... What about the ones you just posted on Twitter? They kind of look like they had like, I don't even know what was on top of them all. It was like 3 in 1 picture.
I was like a 3-headed tree-bat.
This one, right?
Yeah, that was weird.
This one, right?
Yeah.
It
was the teeth for me.
That's an original piece from Santa Kun.
So these are all a part of our legendaries. Yeah,
that's awesome. I like I like the diversification of like his style. He doesn't just stick to like one particular theme or whatever, and like all the shading's different, and it's not like it's still one cohesive sort of ecosystem, but he can sort of branch out and kind of do his own thing while keeping it, you know, Dazzle Ducks, you know?
Yep. I agree, man. We're blessed, to have it.
Mm-hmm. Very, very cool. Alrighty. So, looking through your white paper here, I noticed that there's a page mentioning the duck ponds.
Yes.
Got a little alpha on
Duck
that
pond.
because that might be the funniest page in a white paper I've ever seen. Yes, lands. That's all for now. The whole page.
So,
Phenomenal.
where is it? Here. This is a sneak peek. This is our duck ponds. It's essentially what we're calling our lands. So basically, we're gonna have 4 tiers. So there's a silver. You can see the small white ones are silver, golds, platinums, which are green, and then diamonds, which are blue. So we're gonna sell these plots, and they're essentially gonna give quack, and they're gonna be multipliers. So just to tie back into the legendaries real quick, if you have a legendary, you're also going to get a multiplier, which means if you earn, like, let's say 1,000 quack a day, it would times 50%, so it would be 1,500 quack. That's just an example. So the multiplier for legendaries is 50%, and these will get you a free gold land as well. Yeah. And then besides that, so we're going to sell these. We're going to have 2 sales. The first sale will be in our native token. So that will be like a pre-sale for our holders. So we'll sell a limited amount of silvers, golds, platinums, and diamonds for Quack. So that's one of the use cases of Quack. Yeah. And we're going to use Hedera Sentient. I'm sure you've heard of them, right?
Of course, yeah, we've hosted them.
Had 'em on the,
yeah, they're doing some cool shit over there, man.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah,
Very,
and then
very
the
cool.
second sale will be public, which will probably also be on Hedera Sentient, and that will be in HBAR. So
Sure.
yeah, essentially our idea is to have some lands where people can stake. So this will be proper staking as well. So you can stake your NFTs and there'll be a multiplier. So if you own, like, let's say you own a diamond, there's only 10 diamonds. Its base value is 450 quack a day, but it also has an 80% multiplier. So you're getting 810 quack a day.
Wow.
Yeah. And it stacks and all of that, So if you have a lot of ducks, you're getting a lot of quack. Yeah.
That's interesting. It kind of reminds me, the format just kind of reminds me of like Creamlands in a way.
Yeah. So Creamlands is
Similar.
producing this for us.
Yeah.
They're our partners. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have somebody by chance behind the tokenomics behind your project and utilizing Quack token specifically? Is there somebody like figuring out the best way and the viable way to keep this sustainable?
I'm the one that does the tokenomics usually. Yeah, I consult
great.
with like the
Nice.
guys over at Creamies because they're
Sure.
quite good at that. That's like Monkey's expertise. Yeah. So he helps me here and there, yeah. But overall it's me.
Well, at least you have some good connections that you can always feel free to ask questions too.
Yeah, for sure, man. He's been a big help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel as if we've already touched over how you will be utilizing the Quack token. I was just curious about like the tokenomics behind it. It seems as if Quack is really rewarded just through either the land or staking your Dazzle Ducks.
Yeah, so the main way is by staking our ducks, yeah. And then once we sell our lands, it'll be through this as well. So that's our main way to gain quack. And then besides that, if you want to dive into some of the utility.
Of course, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so if you want to dive into some of the utility, what do you call it? So we have, here, we have some games as well. So this is another use case on Creamlands, our partners. So you can use Quack and then there's some coin flipping,
Yes.
It's quite fun. People play it. People lose Quack. More Quack out of circulation. So that's
where does that Quack go when they lose it?
It goes back into the game wallet.
Sure.
Yeah. So we don't do anything. It just stacks up.
Gotcha.
It's essentially out of circulation, unless someone wins it all. But and then another use case is we have a liquidity pool on Saucer Swap. So we also farm HBAR there, and then we buy back our tokens. Yeah. So we put in like 100K HBAR in liquidity, which is quite a lot. Yeah. So every day, every day we're earning HBAR and we're buying back our token and we're taking it out of circulation. That's what we've just started recently doing with our Quack now. Yeah,
Doesn't sound it's kind of smart, because I mean it's going to lower the supply of your Quack token over time, and then it's just going to be sitting in your wallet. So I mean, supply and demand factors in. The price will go up.
Hope, right? We need as many use cases as possible, so the price of Quack is stable and people use it and all of that. So we're kind of always expanding our use case for Quack. Because the more use case, the better. Yeah. So in the future, we have some plans for like games and all of that. That'll be, I think, where our ecosystem really ties in, and especially I'll show you this. We're planning some merch. So these are like some 3D figurines, which works well with us because we're a 3D project, right? So we want to sell some merch in our native token. Yeah. So these
are 3D printed.
Yep, 3D printed.
3D printed.
That's really cool.
Sick.
Yeah. And just touch on the lands a bit, because I forgot to mention. Yeah, so like I said, we have 4 types of lands, right? I just want to show you some sneak peeks. So this is like our silver lands.
Wow.
Yeah, these are some silver. There's a lot of variations, but these are silvers. This is gold. This is platinum.
Oh, sweet.
Lots of fine detail.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know where diamond is.
That's
I'm
diamond.
diamond.
There's no diamond.
Diamond.
Oh, it's okay. Sneak peeks will be saved for once they actually release.
There you go.
But yeah, okay.
Based off of
leave the diamond out. Yeah.
Based off of the time zone difference, it doesn't seem as if you guys are based out of the US. And what I'm really curious about now is, so with your token, and you guys aren't based out of the US, correct? Just to clarify.
In Thailand.
Okay.
All the way
so with like regulatory clarity and stuff, is there any steps that you are taking to make sure that the Quack token is regulatory compliant?
So to be honest with you, as for us in our country, we don't really have that many regulations and all that. So as for what we're doing, we're just keeping up with the news, right? But on our side, there's not really any compliance or anything like that necessary. So our advice is just, I guess everyone, especially if you're in the States, right, you got to know your own rules and laws and all that, right? It's country dependent, I'd say.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
yeah. But to be honest, for us, there's no issues, man, because we're all the way in Thailand, and there's not really any regulatory compliant yet. Yeah.
They're pretty lenient.
Yeah.
They're pretty crypto friendly.
That's good. That's what we need. We need a lot more of that.
It's more so that they're like unaware that, they're ignorant towards it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fair. Better than leading with ambiguity like the US does.
That's true, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a valid point. I mean,
it's rough out here.
There's no other question.
So are you guys partnered with any other projects? Obviously you said you're partnered with Creamies. Are you guys got anything else kind of getting cooked up in the works? I know that you said you had some more collabs coming up. But,
yeah, to be honest, we have a few more collabs, but I can't say yet because we're still talking. But essentially, what we're planning to do for our legendaries is have a mixture of like collab ducks here as well, with other projects, other big projects. Yeah, that's one of our main goals right now. So we're in talks with a few big projects, but for now,
it's
just
exciting.
Yeah,
it is exciting.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, partnerships are always great, especially in the Hedera ecosystem when everybody's pretty transparent and friendly. It's not like it's not like it's a cutthroat community, really.
Yeah, everyone helps everyone. It's pretty nice, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've got a question for Chaffee.
Yep.
So this whole project has been your vision from the start, from what you told me before. What I'm curious about is, has your vision been being seen through as you intended it for it to be?
So for me personally, I think we did pretty well in terms of building a community alongside with other projects and getting connections through other projects. Plus, the community is just super nice, and we're very happy to be here.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'd say my vision was correct in coming to Hedera.
That's great.
That's awesome. Yeah, and what has been your guys' biggest I guess you could say challenge in creating the whole your whole ecosystem here, would you say?
I'd say definitely it's definitely challenging to I'd say to market. I'd say once you're new, it's not super difficult. Once you're established and you want to grow, then it's a little bit difficult because there's new projects all the time and people want the next best thing, you know?
Sure.
I'd say it's a lot harder to stay relevant than to start something and be relevant for the first month, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely just like that ongoing battle where you have to keep doing something new to get people engaged and all of that. You can't ever stop. You know, 1 week in crypto is like 1 month. Yeah.
You have a point.
I think that's the biggest
True.
challenge. Yeah.
And being in Web3 is like being in a different planet with the way the time
Yeah.
works.
Yeah. So what are some ways that you are focusing on to stay relevant in the space?
So that's a good question, actually. So like we said, we're continuing our legendary quack. And one of the things I didn't mention is we have like, usually it's like maybe every 1-2 weeks we have raffles where we give away, where people send in like 500 quack, or let me just give you an example real quick of a picture.
Perfect.
Sure.
Yeah, so something like this. So we just had a recent raffle where we gave away a pass. So a pass is another thing that you need to trade in for legendary, by the way. Yeah, so
Okay.
you can send 500 quack for one ticket, and then you get entered into a draw to win these prizes. So the last quack raffle we had last week, we pulled in around nearly 1 million quack. It was like 950K. Yeah, which is around $1,000. So it's pretty good. Yeah, so it's one of the ways that we use to get things going every week, and then to continue handing out our passes so people can trade in for our legendaries. And one of the ways to get quack out of circulation, right? So it's not, we'll have a use case for it. Yeah.
Yeah. So we never really touched on those legendary passes. When were those distributed or meant out on a launch
We've
pad?
only distributed like 4 because we've only entered this new phase where, so there's like 56 left to be distributed. Yeah.
60
So
total.
There's 60. Yeah.
Yeah, there's 60 total. So there's 80 legendaries in total, but 10 were from a previous collection and 10 are going to be straight auctioned. Like the creamies ones are going to be auctioned. So those we don't need a pass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So
where do you plan on auctioning?
We're auctioning. The first one is on the first 2 are going to be on the creamy server on the 27th, and then the next 2 will be on our server on the 28th. So there'll be 2 on their server, 2 on our server. Yeah. So the one on their server will be in cream. One of it will be in cream, and one of it will be in HBAR. And on our server, one of it will be in quack, and one of it will be in HBAR. Yeah, and as for the passes, like we're gonna distribute them to our bigger holders. So if you have this role on our Discord called Goose God, and there's another role called Quail. So for Quail you need 50 ducks. For Goose God you need 20 ducks. Yeah, so if you have those roles, you'll get some passes. And then besides that, we do like giveaways for the community and all that. But mainly we want to focus on giving it out to our holders, right?
Of course.
Sure.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I'm curious. What I'm curious about is how many people actually own 50 ducks. Do you know?
There's 4 people.
Oh, there's 5. There's 5.
But there's 5 now?
There's 5. Yeah.
Wow.
And then I think for 20, there's like 12 or 13.
Wow.
So yeah, you got a good amount of whales in your server, in the community.
Yep.
Yeah, but they're always looking for more, man.
Of course, yeah.
Oh yeah.
slim
people are
the
always looking
supply
for good
even
art,
more.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because overall, how many ducks are out there circulating?
So I can give you a rundown.
Because I know you said there was, a lot of
Yeah,
each.
so there's been some traded in already, right? For the
Sure.
legendary quack, so they're out of circulation. So right now there's 758 flocks, 247 bionics, and 197 VIPs, and then 13 legendaries so far.
So just a little over 1,000 from what
1,000.
it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little over 1,000. Yeah. So they're gonna decrease as now we're starting to swap a lot of legendaries. You know, we're getting work done on them.
Yeah.
So every legendary is 5 ducks, right? It's 3 flocks, 1 VIP, 1 bionic. So it's gonna keep decreasing as the weeks go by now.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
And it seems as if the collection sizes continue to decrease as well. Because you're now just focusing on those one-of-one pieces.
Yeah, exactly. Except for, our lands, but that's another story.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing. I mean, personally, you've answered all of my questions. Corbin, if there's any other questions that you have, feel free to ask.
Yeah, no, this has covered just about everything.
It's amazing. Well, Deep Dog, Chaffee, one, I just want to say thank you for both coming on. But two, if there's anything else that you would like to provide to the podcast, the community out there watching, or anybody else who is interested in the Dazzle Ducks projects, now is your time to do so.
Yeah, I want to say thank to you guys for inviting us. And, if anyone's out there and you guys like ducks, give our project a chance. Come on the Discord, say hi. We have a nice community. No one's going to bite you. And yeah, I mean, to everyone in HBAR, I'm glad you're in HBAR. Hopefully we grow as together. And it's been some pretty nice price action lately, Hopefully NFTs follow.
Truly.
True.
Chaffee?
Yep. Oh, thank you. And appreciate you guys for taking the time to have us. And yeah, let's grow as a community and
truly.
Yep, let's quack.
Yeah, I was about to say. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you did like this episode with Dazzle Ducks, make sure to give us a quack in the comment section down below, and we will make sure to host them down the line as well. I mean, it's been a great podcast. You guys are great people. I look forward to everything that 2023 provides to you all. And overall, just thanks for coming on.
Thank you, man.
Yep, thank you.
Have a good day, guys.
And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Alt Kings podcast, and we will see you all next episode. Peace.